Hey boys, I'm here again to talk about another project. Actually, this is a project that I didn't have that much high hopes in the start, like a couple of months back. And right now it's exploding, it's mooning. Of course, it's taking some advantage of the fact that, play to earn, gamification, metaverse, all those type of tokens are booming, or at least boomed a little bit in the past month. And so right now it's becoming one of my best investments from this year. So I'm talking about Treasure, which is the Treasure DAO. This is the DAO name. It's the name of the protocol, the platform. They call themselves a Metaverse bridge world. Okay, and this Treasure DAO has a token which is magic, as you can see here. This is the token of interest, which basically they say that it will be used as currency of the metaverse. So basically, I like, as you know, I like Ethereum. Ethereum is the currency of crypto, I would say. Then we have Bitcoin, which I consider store of value. So I don't consider it currency as of now. Then we have Ethereum. Then we have, for example, Ohm, which aims to be the currency, a reserve currency for DeFi. And then we have Magic, which also, has all these big plans of being the currency for the metaverse. I don't know if it will be in the end, but actually it's creating a big and very rewarding and interesting ecosystem in Arbitrum. So this is all layer 2 Arbitrum. And it's building a moat around it, and I think it will experience a big increase in the upcoming months, and it's very interesting to explore. And so let's go into it. So Treasure DAO and Magic, how this all started. So I don't know if you remember, but we had Loot in layer 1, and this was released by Dom, the guy behind Vine and behind the Bleed Maps. And so he launched Loot, which was basically NFT primitives. It's a bunch of NFTs, like cards with just text on it that had like different kinds of loot, like robes, divine robes, dragon scales, long swords, stuff like that. Okay, and people start building on top of it. Initially, they launched a token which is called gold for loot or something like that, and it experienced a big increase and a big boost. But in the end, whales and VCs and people not being completely aligned, the project dropped a little bit, and people just lost interest. But again, loot still is very interesting, and it's a primitive where you can build on top of it. And one of those buildings was Treasure. So basically this team started building Treasure, which was again a bunch of NFTs, like text cards with different treasures like diamonds, gold, rubies, donkeys, cows, stuff like that. Okay, and you could buy, and I believe I bought some, couple of them back in the day, like 2 or 3 months ago, and you could stake them and earn other NFTs, which are called legions, and we'll take a look in a minute. Or you could also farm the token, which was Magic. Okay, so this all started in layer 1, and then they made a big migration to layer 2. Okay, at the start, I was not very much involved. I even, complained a little bit to the devs, which was quite unfair. Because I was not involved, I was not really aware, I missed some opportunities of farming more. But then when I saw the actual migration for Arbitrum, and as you know, I'm very much interested in Arbitrum. I had a big position in GMX, for example, the old Gambit protocol. But since I was very interested, I dedicated some time to it, like a couple of months back. I would say back in August, September perhaps. And I observed the whole migration activity and all the effort that this team, which is basically just a bunch of guys that came together and started working on the protocol and creating the protocol. So basically there's no VC money involvement from the start, just a bunch of guys building, which is the core of Ethereum and all of this crypto. I saw all the effort in the migration, which was to be honest, quite flawless and perfect in every sense. It was a perfect migration with a tutorial that was, even for, I'm not the tech guy, it was very easy to follow. Everything works smoothly, and then you go to arbitrum, and things are just crazy smooth in arbitrum. Very fast, very smooth. It's a pleasure to make transactions in arbitrum. And so since I saw all this working so flawlessly, that I decided to invest big time in this. Okay. Also at the same time, I won a context, and I also got a rare legion and all that. So this all build up my hype for this project. And when I started, I believe that Magic was at 5 cents. Right now, it just broke today 2 USD. So a big increase. But I think we're still early, and I'll explain in a bit. So how does this all works out? So one of the first projects from Treasure DAO was to build a marketplace in arbitrum. As you are all aware, marketplace for NFTs, the monopoly is from OpenSea. OpenSea is centralized. They can, reject collections. They can withdraw collections. They can censor collections. So it's very much centralized. They don't have a token. You have to use Ethereum. And so these guys at Treasure DAO, they decided to build up from scratch a marketplace in arbitrum with very low fees. Of course, fees in arbitrum are still around between 2 and 4 USD, which some would say is expensive, but it's much less expensive than what we see in layer 1 in Ethereum, where sometimes I made some transactions in OpenSea that cost me like 80 USD, right? So it's quite dramatic. And if we're talking about not expensive NFTs, you just stop trading them because it is not worth it, right? And in Treasure and in the marketplace, you pay between 2 to 4 USD. And with the Nitro update that Arbitrum will launch, everyone is saying and talking about the fact that Nitro, which is a new update that will make transaction speeds even faster, which I don't think it's possible. But the main goal for this update is to reduce the fees. And Nitro supposedly will reduce it to below 1 USD. So you can imagine, an NFT marketplace with like 80 cents, 70 cents trading fees, gas fees. That's great, right? It's a game changer. Not the same level as we see in Solana, but at the same time, Solana, I like Solana NFTs a lot, but the fact that it's so inexpensive, you just have lots of teams pushing garbage after garbage. And I think that really damaged the NFT ecosystem in Solana, because I would say 99% is garbage because of the low fees and the low cost of launching a contract, and then there's 1% that is good NFTs, but they get lost in all the garbage. Okay, so in Arbitrum, since the fees are not that inexpensive, I think we'll see a big growth and a very nice environment for NFTs. Okay. So I know this is I'm taking too long to explain all this, but I think it's important. So how is this organized? So first of all, let's take a look at Magic. So Magic will be the currency for the metaverse, and it's basically the currency for the marketplace. Okay, so right now you can buy Magic on Sushi Swap in Arbitrum, of course. Okay, and each Magic is right now at 2.04 cents. As I mentioned, we had like a 500,000 buy 30 minutes ago and basically pushed the price over to USD. We are right now at all-time high, so it's a good timing to make this video. And you can see that liquidity in right now, the liquidity is around 8 million, okay, 9 million almost in the Magic ETH pair. Then there's also Magic GOM pair, which basically it's a protocol owned liquidity. This product was launched like 2 weeks ago, so 400k, not that much but not that low, so it's good, it's growing. Let's see if we can get to 1 million in early January. And basically, this liquidity, this 8 million, is basically all the available magic in circulation. Why? Because from the start, let's go back here into the mine section. From the start, the team has launched several different let me put this slower, several different liquidity mining opportunities. Okay, so first we had the Genesis mine. So basically, as soon as you migrated, you could have staked magic, so single staking, and then earn magic. I don't know what's the API. I believe it's on the hundreds, I believe. And there are different staking rates. Oh, okay. Here is the staking rates. Okay, so it's no. Sorry, I don't know what's the API. So there are different staking rates, and basically, depending on the staking rate, the magic emissions grow or reduced. Okay, so if there was more than 60% staking, it would go above it would go 100% magic emission. So basically, maximum API. And you can see that right now we are at 80% locked supply, and we had like 1 month lock, 2 months lock, 3 months lock. And the 3 months lock, so basically the 3 months lock will end on the 24th of January. So that means that this migration took place on the 24th of October. So that's it, October. That's the month when we started all this. So not that long ago. So most of the supply is locked, as you can see here. And the remaining supply is basically being used in the liquidity pool in Sushi. Okay, so there's basically 4.5 million magic available for trading. So this really is a big supply shock. And on top of that, you can see here, and that's why I say we are still early, actually we are 2.06, and the market cap is 54 million. So this is quite low. Why? Because we have 28 million circulating magic, and most of this, 80% of this is locked. Okay, so we have 54 million market cap, which is quite low, and even totally diluted, we are looking at 665 million. So it's quite low compared to all the other metaverse. And if we take a look at the metaverse coins, we're seeing that market capitalization of Axie is 6 billion, Sandbox 5 billion. I mean, I don't know where's Magic. It should be here somewhere. Why it's not here? Oh, of course, it's because it's 54. So basically, Magic, it's here at the bottom. Sorry, Magic, it's here at 58. So there's lots of stuff that I don't even know what they are. OVR, what's this? I don't even know. And you can see that there's a long way to grow, and even at the fully diluted market cap, we are looking into 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's like placed 8th in this list with a fully diluted market cap. While if you take a look at Illuvian, for example, let's see how it's fully diluted. Fully diluted, it's 10 billion. Okay, 10 billion. So you can see that there's I don't know if you're still listening to this video, but and I'm sorry that I'm leaving all the alpha for the end, or at least midway. But it's really incredible how Magic is so early, and I mean, it can still implode and dump and go nowhere, but it's growing, and it's at the start. I would say it's not ground zero for metaverse tokens, of course, but I would say it's first or second floor in a 10 floor building, right? So there's still some room to grow, some real growth, and yeah, so that's it. And one of the reasons why there's room to grow from a fundamental perspective, I mean, this was tokenomics, but from a fundamental perspective, is the marketplace. Okay, let's just take a look at the roadmap so that you can see where we are. So we are here. We're talking about governance, and Yeah, so basically only the holders of locked magic can vote on governance. So this is all good. So it's a more incentive to lock, and 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 yeah, small brain collection. Exactly. And then for Q1 and Q2, partnerships, expanding the metaverse, bridge partnering ecosystems. This has actually begun. We can now bridge across different ecosystems. And then also it mentions here first all token standard NFT marketplace, but that's currently not the case. It will be launched in 2022. So basically, they will be launching a new marketplace where all the collections will be free. So a fully decentralized marketplace. Why? Because the current marketplace, which is called Treasure Marketplace, it's you can only list here with the approval of the DAO. Okay, so it's not fully decentralized. It's a curated marketplace, and it's basically for certain collections that are approved by the DAO. There are partnerships with the DAO, and you can see that we have the Legions, which were the originals NFTs, which were the original NFTs from Treasure. So these were the ones that you could farm with Treasure. Okay, you can see that the floor prices are quite high. So 6,000 magic is currently almost 14,000 USD, right? So this is quite this is like three ETH NFT. So it's quite an expensive NFT already. And then you have the big partnership with small brains, which are the monkeys that just grow the brain. So you stake them. You can take a look at Smallverse. Take a look at Smallverse, and basically the brain grows as you stake them. Okay, so this is quite nice, and you can see that the floor is right now at 3,000. So it's 6,000. It's like a 1.5 ETH. Also, it's a big collection. Also, I believe 10,000 or 11,000. There's only 122 listings, and basically, the only currency that you can use to trade in this marketplace is magic. Okay, so basically, this creates a moat where if you want to take part on these NFTs, and they are quite different NFTs from what we've seen in layer one, for example, this fact that the brains grow, there's a change, overall change throughout the life of the NFT. It's a new mechanic, right? And the only way for you to buy it is to acquire magic. Sorry, a little bit sleepy. Acquire magic and spend that magic in acquiring these NFTs. Okay. Then there's more. So there's then special legions. You can see here. These are other type of legions, more rare. Okay. Then what do we have more? Then we have Life, Seed of Life, which is a new collection, a new NFT that will be launched in early January from one of the team members, where you will observe the life cycle of a person. This is the seed, so before birth. So you can see that there are many different interesting things, and you still have the treasures. Here are the treasures. So basically the NFT cards that had 10 treasures each got divided, and now you can acquire each of the treasures individually, and then you can acquire them. It's quite not that expensive, 160 USD, for example, this one. And then you can use them. Sorry, you go back here, and you can stake your treasures and farm magic with it. It's quite nice. Liquidity providing a pair for magic Geom farm will also start soon, and you can farm in Sushi. You can see farm. The best rewarding farm right now is this one, okay, which is magic ETH, and it has an API of 216. Okay. So basically, long story short, this is a very nice ecosystem that is being created. I don't know what else to say, but I'm quite bullish in Treasure, and yeah, this is it. Let's see where we go, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.